And welcome back. This is Kotel for another Water Rights event. We have a Southern Aggression on this Friday. It is an East Woods. Current server pop is 272. You've got 132 on the attacking CSA versus 140 on the defending USA. And we'll take a look at the CSA team first. There is no Artie. So it looks like here on the CSA we have the recently revived Kelly's Brigade, led by Colonel Knight and Bubba Cat, Lieutenant. We also have HD here, led by Captain Waffen and Mr. Hazard. We've got A and B, led by Lyferic. We've got PB, led by Colonel Bocephus. Looks like AB, 7 Tennessee, is in here as well. Then we've got 13 Georgia with Captain That Guy. And we've got 1st VA. I'm not sure who's leading them.
Yeah, let me turn around.
No! I apologize, 1st VA. I am not sure who's leading you guys.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let's take a look. They are live at 43, so I won't get through them all, but we'll just take a look here. On the Union team, we got Captain Hood for the 42nd. We've got EB, led by Major Hazard. 19th Indiana, led by Captain Kaufman. We've got NYV 6 New York, led by Lieutenant Parker. I think 88th is in there with him. He is. We've got HL, led by Captain Lamat. We've got 83rd DVI, led by Tiberius. And we've got MWB, led by... Dang it, I don't know. MWB is here. I do apologize. I don't see the officer, so it's tough for me to tell sometimes. And I know I'm missing something. I know who I'm missing. I'm missing Hankel from the 20th MA. That is who I am missing. But I do not see him. There he is. I found Hankel. There he is. How could I miss Hankel? I believe that is everybody. If I missed you, I do apologize. Let me know, and I will definitely give you a shout-out. I think I got everyone. We are live here. So off we go. Looks like the Union's starting to spread out. They are on the defense, so they've got a couple different units. They sent one out to the left side here. This looks like it's 42nd with their actual regiment here. That means they got the Sharps. We've got one base here under 53rd. Looks like they're moving out here. And we've got a strong line for most of the rest of the Unions moving in this way. CSA looks like they're spreading out in multiple directions here. We've got HD in the lead, heading towards their left side, although we've got Lyferic here moving up as well along the fence. We have a strong push on this right side, though, with Knight joined by, so Sergeant Johnson is the commander of 1st VA. So there we go on that one. He was also joined by MSG. I missed the MSG. I apologize. And they are going to run into the Sharps some point pretty soon, although it looks like we're going to have an initial engagement here. We've got the MWB, who has kind of triggered and seen the enemy, and they are pulling back right away. I believe it's Colonel Hayes in command. Let me know if I'm incorrect on that, though. Further on the right, we have Tiberius, who's going to have... He might get ambushed here if he's not careful.
Southeast, get ready, jump over the fence,
And they need to get over the fence pretty quick. It might be too late here. Lyferic is hitting them. And on the other side, it's a trap. Here comes HD. HL is going to try to support him, but 83rd got caught out in the open and got torn apart by the Hand V. And they're going to carry that attack forward here against HL, against Captain Lamat. Now Lamat is isolated, and A and B is going to try to rack him up on the flank here. Looks like some support is coming in for firing by the EB, but that is not going to be enough to save the HL here. And we've already had 2 units swallowed up by the CSA. In the meantime, we've got a major push going on against the 42nd here. Oh, no, okay, I was wrong. They're actually not pushing. They're just kind of getting in line so far. But a pretty successful attack by the CSA has already eliminated 2 Union regiments. Now, EB is now charging in, but unfortunately, it came in a little bit too late. That has given time for the Hand B to turn on them. And right now, 17th Michigan's going in. Maybe that'll change up the equation. I do like seeing mutual support here. They are trying to push back this element. All right, here comes Captain Kaufman from the 19th Indiana, along with Henkel flooding in as well. This is what I like to see, mutually supporting. And virtually the Hand V is fighting almost the entire Union team by itself right now. And they gave it the best they could. You got a little support from AB as well, can't forget them, but that weighted attack was enough to wipe out the CSA element here. A valiant play there by the Hand V. It's some well-executed attacks, but once EB went in and they got mutual support, they were able to overcome it. So well done on a coordinated attack by the Union. Already starting off pretty good.
No, that's fine. I got it.
Now, the difficulty for the CSA right now is you've got several units here, and they're kind of stacking up. There's not too much here. It's the Sharp, so you don't want to get into a shootout with them. And actually, Kilroy and Hood are going to move his guys back a little bit to try to string out this engagement here. And this will allow the other units to kind of reset. Here you've got NYB as kind of this ready reserve here to back up A to hold the point and watch the flank, and then to back up the 42nd if they need it. Looks like we have a further engagement happening over on this side. EB in the thick of it. Along with its buddies here, we do have the 19th Indiana has put itself out on a guarding flank position here by Captain Kaufman. As the rest of the U.S. force here, 83rd, back in the fight, bringing their men back in to hold that right side. A little bit behind on tickets. But that counterattack by the Union avoided a crisis. So a nice initial pincer attack by the Hand V, but that combined Union force was able to overcome it. The key is going to be if this force of the CSA can overwhelm this NYV 42nd combo here. That's going to be the key. And I don't think that play that Hand V was able to do against the 83rd is going to work again. I think they're going to be on
We're shooting.
On awareness for it. We do have some movement here. Ooh, somebody got sniped. Lyferic just got sniped here. As the A and B is going to try to move across towards the corn. Do we have further movement? No, we do not. It looks like the Hand B is going to try to move out this way, although they're a little bit strung out now. They're kind of getting peppered by this combined Union line. This defensive line is working pretty well for them. See, on the opposite side here, we have Captain Wofford is getting the HD moving again. And he is probably going to join Mr. Hazard over here. Lyferic is going to try to outflank the Union. We'll see if he can manage to bypass him. It's an interesting maneuver here. Alright, still long-distance shooting on the other side. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but if this is where the action is, I'm going to stick with it until I see a change. So Lyferic doing a wide flank around. He's going to try to get on the MWB's flank, but I think Hayes has seen it. Yes, he has. Here comes Hayes to intercept Lyferic. And Henkel's going to come in support. Again, this mutual supporting action is going to be crucial if the Union wants to win this match.
No, you're not.
But Lyferic is using the stone wall as good cover. And with the Union attacking in... Oh, 19th Indiana coming in as well. And it looks like they've stabilized, and Lyferic is going to have to pull back. 19th Indiana coming in to support as well, along with HL. The danger is now EB is expecting an attack from that angle. Their flank is open for an attack by HD, and I think that's what Hazard's going to try to do. Attacking up the wall here, attacking up the fence, I should say. But it wasn't a trap. Here comes EB with a counter blow, charging into the flank of HD, and then 83rd is going to do a base of fire over on this side, although I think they need a little bit more help here. EB could use some more assistance. These other units back here are going to have to move up quick. Support. Leaving EB alone up here is not going to work, I don't think. And then if they give this corner here, HD is going to have a bridgehead to work from. So these units back here are kind of looking at nothing, to be honest with you, at this point. And EB attempted it. It was a nice idea, but HD now has the corner. And we still have a steady start. over here, although 42nd is now pulled back a little bit, allowing NYV to hold kind of this main position here. So do we have a flank maneuver here? 13th Georgia is looking for a flank. They do enjoy their wide flanks. But let's see, we got some more engagements over here. Now 20th MA and 83rd are trying to get into this fight here, along with HL. Good job by HL coming up on the other side here and trying to outflank the Union. Good maneuver there by Mr. Lamat. And I think that will be sufficient to knock off 20th getting into the mix. And they will be able to secure this side again. So a good counterattack did occur there. Alright, so far this flank here has not been able to move forward.
Yep,
Did I miss
there's a set
PB?
of
No, I
rocks
didn't. I did
just
Posifus. I did say
west.
Posifus was here.
Up fire and pull back.
Hey, Georgia.
Company.
Now you can see, even though the Union's been doing okay, with these counterattacks, especially the ones over there, they have actually gotten a bit of a ticket advantage here. And now the Union at 33 minutes, a little bit more, is almost unengaged. And that is not a bad position for the CSA to be in. We'll see if the CSA can maneuver. It looks like KB Knight is going to get his guys moving. And he's going to try to get onto the flank here of the NYV, supported by the 42nd.
I'm kind of whipping around a little bit. Here we go. There's an officer just round
There's
the front.
really no good
Next
spot
one,
for me
this way, directly the way.
And Knight is going to continue the flank around. Is there another angle of this attack?
Yes, thank you.
Enemies flanking left. Is that the case?
So far, it doesn't seem to be. But it looks like Knight has moved up. Okay, here's Legion. Not Legion, I'm sorry. Here's Josephus, along with MSG pushing forward. And now here's a flanking maneuver here by the other part of KB in the form of Bubba Cat, who is going to be able to get on the side here, on the flank of the Union. But this maneuver, can he get in and get some shots in? He's in a great position here. Now the NYV is caught in a V formation. You still have HD and A and B as a team trying to punch through this side, but they've been stalled out a little bit. So the weight of the fighting has now moved over here. Here's First VA also in the road. NYV is now taking a lot of fire here. 42nd, the Sharps are trying to hold it. We'll see if they can do it. To be honest with you, this distance engagement favors the Union with those Sharps rifles. 19th Indiana has come up to support as well. It's going to be kind of hard to breach this position here. Although the CSA is not capping, but they're close to it. They got to watch it. Meanwhile, we got EB, Major Hazard, and his men are doing a good job here of trying to model up these units here with the support from 83rd and these other elements like MWP and 20th MA.
Three officers in one place.
They do have them in an L formation. I'm kind of surprised they're not attempting a charge. They have the manpower to suppress them and then maneuver them. At least I think they do. Maybe they're worried about capping. You can see the fire is concentrating how much KP's already taken hits here. Oh, we got a charge going on over here. Here comes HD and A&V slamming into the HL. But Major Hazard, he's been doing it all night. He's bringing his men forward here to plug the hole. They have done a great job as a fire brigade this match.
Get on the wall and pin the fire. Pin the fire.
There we go. Has secured the flank. Has got them back to engaged. Is there another maneuver element? Looks like 83rd is going to pull back a little bit. They might have gotten hit up, but looks like 17th was with them. There you're going to try to push him back. All right, any action over here? So far, no. Looks like 13th is trying to find a flank. But a good maneuver here by the 19th Indiana. Mr. Kaufman has closed that door. And so far, this Union defense has been pretty airtight. Although they are falling behind a little bit on tickets. And there's still plenty of time on the clock here. So I think the Union's got to figure out a way to conserve a little bit more on their tickets while not losing these key positions here. 83rd has also joined into the center here. That's a lot of weight into the center now. You're kind of leaving EB a little bit isolated out here. I'll be honest with you, as well as EB and 17th are fighting, I don't think they can beat the combined A and V HD. Not by themselves. And then if they fall, that will open up this flank over here to a wide envelopment. But it looks like the Union's aware of that. And here comes Lamat from the HL to come up and bolster that flank there with the EB and 17th. We'll see if that will be enough. And I do think the Union might be waiting a little bit too much on this side with how passive the CSA has been so far on this flank. That NYV's 19th Indiana 42nd combo worked pretty well. I don't know if you need more than that. Not with the hand V still in the equation.
I can't feel my...
Alright, Georgia, same spot, boys. This time we're going to target down that line. Hey, Georgia, check when ready.
Check when ready, boys.
Take aim, boys. We're straight ahead. Dick eye. Just to the left, boys. On those lines. Georgia, all together.
It's one of those Colonel Knight volleys. Specialty. All right, so it looks like the hand V is getting reorganized over there. They might be getting ready to do another push. We will see. The center is quite open. CSA hasn't really pushed it yet. And we got the MSG doing some skirmishing action. By the way, if you're looking for an event on your Friday night for the NA side, I highly recommend checking out the TSA. You can see it for yourself. It's a pretty damn good event. Let's see, 286 on the server pop right now, so practically a full server. So, if you want in, the door might close pretty soon. Okay, 20th is going to come up here and support as well. I think it's a good idea to rotate them up to support. So here comes another attack by the CSA. And a nice volley by EB, trying to hold him back. Here we got 83rd putting in some volleys here. Supporting the MWB. Well, LeFeric is going to try to charge in from this side here. And knock him back.
Half the line's gone.
83rd is taking a lot of fire. MWB has already fallen back. This right side has fallen.
Fire!
Check.
Gang.
What's up?
Now this flank. We have a counterattack going. Hold on, I missed this. Alright, so interesting. The CSA popped forward and actually pushed them off the point. That is an interesting maneuver. Maybe they're trying to flush out the Union. So Kilroy and Hood are now going to take the 22nd a little bit more forward. Got to keep an eye on this side here. Because now the Union is getting a little bit boxed in, as you can see. Two pincers are starting to really shape them. Now this is the 42nd out here. Is this the Sharps? These are the Sharps. Which is not a bad idea to get some fire in, but they don't want to get caught out in the open.
Oh, I fired.
So they might get charged out, but we will see. By the way, if you are new to the game or even a veteran just looking for a unit, I will leave in the description a link to many of the Discords. So if a unit, you're like, man, these guys seem pretty fun. You want to join them? Check out, have a check. Check out their Discord, see what they like, and sign up. They all got different times. They do events. 42nd starting to take a lot of fire here. And in fact, yep, this was what I was worried about. HL was able to get up here and flank the Sharps here and get close to them. A good attack here by HL. Was this HL? No, No, I'm sorry. This was HD. This is HL. HL's moving in. HD did that flank attack. Well done by HD. But now here's Lamat. That's why I had HL in the mind. They're going to try to leave them and get an ambush on HD. Get some shots into him. But the damage has been done. Sharps have been knocked back here. They're going to have to respawn at main without their flag. And the Union still has not taken the point yet.
I got it.
Oh, man, you hear that volley by AB?
Behind us, there's one.
All right, so I think this was a good maneuver here now. Looks like AB is also wandering in the back line. After all these attacks on this side, they've kind of conditioned EB and these other units to continue looking at this, looking at the side and expecting ambushes through the corn. But now they start rotating their units to the center. They can overwhelm this center position here and maintain it, especially now that they are on the counterattack. It is going to take a pretty good awareness by the Union to realize the change in the fight has occurred. That side, defense side, doesn't really matter as much as it did, and you can see ANV knows. They know the fight has changed, and they have rotated to the center wisely. But Hood is going to try to stop him with the help of the HL. We will see if Mr. Lamat can do it. He's punching him a little bit, but they don't have quite enough combat power to wipe him out. And there we go. The Union's now at taking losses.
Check. Ready.
We got 88th moving up. It looks like Lieutenant 5th is leading the way.
Hey.
Nice shots come in. All right, now we got a continual attack here. 42nd trying to hold this line here as it looks like 1st VA is starting to probe this flank here.
Direct front, flag.
Now let's see, is the Union starting to rotate out? They are not. Again, that's the danger right now. They've EB's done an excellent job of holding that flank, but at this point that flank is no longer as critical as it was.
Aim low, boys. Aim low, real low. Go to our north.
And it looks like here comes Lamat. He's going to charge into 1st VA. And he's going to get the drop on him. Lamat has ambushed the 1st VA and wiped them out with very little effort. He's going to carry the attack forward, though, into the KB. Can anybody stop Lamat? This is a good attack, but it needs support. Because he's just going to get swallowed up here pretty soon. But he has support in the form of 42nd.
Okay, right.
Here we go. All right, they're starting to cut off. Now you need a little bit more of a press here. And, yep, here comes 83rd and EB. They've adjusted fire now. They have left that side, which is smart. Although they did leave MWB, which I think is wise here. These guys can make sure to at least guard the flank and at least not let any units like AB infiltrate behind. But moving the EB and 83rd here is pretty crucial. They're going to recap the point. Oh, what's happening here, though? The Ferric, though, is going to ambush the HL from behind in a nice attack here. That's the thing about these woods. It's hard to really show you with all this... Oh, PB coming in to help. And these units here have been completely wiped out here by some nice attacks. But here comes Hazard. He's going to bring his men in and try to help, but it might be too late now. And without a focus on the points, you're kind of throwing away your tickets and, more importantly, your time. Yeah, that EB attack came in a little bit too late. Here comes the 83rd charging in now. And they are fighting on the points. Can they hold it? Do they have support? Who is left to help? Is it 19th Indiana? Is it 20th? MA? Is it Parker with the Cav? Who can save the 83rd?
Thank you, sir.
And the remnants that are over here. It might be MWB. Moving on. Can MWB help hold the tide until they can recap? They were able to help punch it up a little bit here. Got the remnants of this force here that was there. Okay, Parker's on the move now. This element here is not going to survive very long here once HD figures out how weak it is. Now you're going to need some help. And Parker, though, he is going to charge in over on this side to try to secure the flank there. Frank? Not Frank. Not cousin Frank. Blank. It's an L, you dumbass.
Get him, boys. Get him straight into it.
Nice. Bobble bunch. Ah. And here's PB trying to hold on along with KB. A nice charge. 19th Indiana now mixing it up. Now that I'm looking at it, now I understand what the cab was trying to do. They were trying to disrupt this KB element here to make sure they get the cab. So even though they've lost, they have enabled the cab to continue. And reinforcements have come in the form of the 83rd and the 42nd. And now A and V is charging in along with HD. But can the Union hold long enough to recap? They have. A little bit behind on tickets. But can they knock out all four? Oh, the flags are all here. There is a hell of an opportunity for the Union. If they can keep these flags down, all the CSA is going to have to respawn at Maine, and that's going to completely disrupt their logistics. So a great opportunity here. The Union has knocked out all four of the CSA flags on the ground here. But is this an attack by the Cav? Is First VA getting mixed in here? They're trying to. They don't have quite enough combat power. What's over here? Looks like KB, but again, this was that disruption raid by the NYV in 19th Indiana that was so successful in enabling that recap, although the overall attack was good as well. All right, so now Hazard has moved the EB back to its former position, and this might be a good opportunity to cut off the logistics. So the lock, keep in mind, with all the flags down, they're going to have to come from Maine. So I like this awareness here by EB and 83rd. Now they're going to be able to get good shots at the reinforcements coming in from Maine, especially if they come in all, you know, piecemeal. All right, those units are kind of wiped out. Now the only units left over here, but there's no respawns here. So now they're just getting shot to hell here by 42nd with their sharps. And you can see the tickets are starting to move back in their favor. A nice counterattack by the Union. There we go. That's just about it. Only a few men left. What's going to happen over here, I think, is going to be pretty crucial. This movement here by... I really love this movement by EB. At 17th Michigan also doing some great movement over here. Trying to delay them. If they can push forward a little bit more, that'd be great, but HD is doing a good job of holding them off and allowing for free passage of the rest of the units. So, Union, the bad thing for the Union right now is there's still a crap load of time. So they're going to have to cause a lot of casualties here to weaken the CSA and be sure that they're very cognizant of their tickets here. So now with the flank secure, only one man survived back here. Kingfisher, last man alive. Alright, but now here comes the attack.
Keep up, boys. Keep up that fire.
You got the other Hazard. Has started moving up. He's getting his men together here. This HD team. They got him in a decent crossfire right now. Let's see, where is... Here's A and B, though, starting to flood in. Meanwhile, we got more flank attacks out here by the rest of the CSA, probably looking to recapture their flags. There's Knight in the lead, joined by Bubba, along with Captain That Guy, and Bocephus from BP. BP? BP. Not British Petroleum. Man, that would be a great sponsor. Get all kinds of money.
Can you draw us a line to form one? Alright, let's go.
Fall back.
Alright, you heard the word. Captain Hurd giving the word for 17th to pull back and collapse in. I think they did a good job delaying. That's probably the right call. As you can see here, A and B is already starting to maneuver. And if they had stayed probably another 30 seconds, LeFeric would have had them. But over here, we got another movement. It is Knight in the lead. And he is going to tangle with HL and NYV here. Let's see how they do against them. And they stop the volleys of the mighty KB. Looks like KB's not going to volley, so okay. Did I move away just in time? Oh, NYB volleyed, though. They did some heavy damage to the KB. Now the Union is, I think rightly, kind of maintaining a pretty tight noose here. Although 19th is out on a flank, which again, I don't mind as long as they get back and maneuver as they need to. And Kaufman has showed he's got a pretty good awareness of that. So meanwhile, HD and ANV are kind of massing. Oh, sorry about that sneeze. All right. Hope I cut that out in time. You got a pretty big mass here. ANV, first VA, HD on this side. Looks like they're going to try to punch through the flank here and take the point as part of the charge here. I think it's a pretty good plan here. There's not much juice left on this side. They kind of got shot to hell. But they can still distract, and I think that's the intent at the moment by units like 13th Georgia over here and Bocephus leading the PB, trying to keep the attention on the Union here and enable the big push here by this fist that the CSA has produced. And we will see. It looks like they're starting to move out a little bit. And Union has about evened it out on tickets, but they are super close to breaking. And again, wow, that's super close on the cap too. I don't know about that. I would try to recap it a little bit if I was the Union. That is dangerous how much they have let the CSA pre-cap. All right, here comes the charge. Nice volley from the EB. Punching in to the ANV.
Shots from the southwest.
Alright,
Yeah, we're in contact southwest.
And it looks like that volley from the EB has disrupted this forward attack here. Now, to be honest with you, a bit too much of the Union line is weighted. Okay, never mind. Here comes 42nd has joined in with the Sharps, so they saw the mistake before I did, and they have brought the Sharps up here to help maintain this forward line. With this amount of firepower, I think they'll be all right. I would still send a unit, maybe the 19th Indiana. I think they'd be the perfect one for it, or maybe the 20th MA to boost the cap. Oh, there's a charge here by 6 New York here. They're going to try to wipe out KB, and it looks like they will succeed. And they have succeeded in wiping out that KB element here that was led by Knight. Although there's still some CSA elements, 13 Georgia and PB over there. There we go. Union is on break-in. Here comes the charge. Lyferic is going to hit 53rd here, and they have been knocked back. Who is next? Lamad is going to try to flood in here and guard the point, along with all these other units here.
To the point.
And I like the angle that A and B has gotten behind the Union. Lyferic is chasing down that flank while the rest of the CSA has the Union looking the other way. But here comes the NYB. Can they intercept them in time? It is going to be a fight on point now. But as you can see, CSA has the weight of numbers. Can the Union push off the CSA in time? They haven't done it yet. It might be too late. That pre-capping, not in time. Yeah, I think the a little bit more pre-capping would have done good. To hold it there, I think they played it a little bit too close to the chest there, and that final charge, they couldn't repel it in time. And so the CSA will take that victory. Well earned. I wouldn't be sad about the Union defense at all, though. It had very, well, not perfect by any means, but I think it was quite good. And they did a really good job of staunching these attacks. Yeah, just the point is very important. You can't let the, especially when you get down there, you know, once you get into those melees, it's weight of numbers, and the CSA can kind of flood you. So, a good first match. Enjoyable to watch, definitely. And I think we got one more here. It'll be an Otto and Sherrick. So that'll be another bloodbath, another bayonet fight. At least I won't have to worry about the woods. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all for the next map.